That will conclude our discussion on time travel. See you all Wednesday, Dan said as he concluded his last philosophy class of the day. He gathered all of his paper and miscellaneous knickknacks he usually carries in his satchel. He exits the building and begins to walk to his office in the philosophy department to get the rest of his things. He notices the beautiful day outside, the smiling faces of eager college kids striding for the peak of excellence many dare not climb. He sees the faces of tired students as well, drained from numerous hours of intense work. He knows the struggle all too well. One of his children is taking college courses while still in high school. Ian was an intelligent student. He was very knowledgeable of the cosmos and pondered the idea of traveling those stars and unlocking the secrets it holds. Dan had another child, Pete, an impulsive kid, only a sophomore in high school. He mostly played video games and went to skydiving club meetings. He didn't really like school. He realized the importance of it, though, and did well with his grades. Dan eventually arrived at his office. "Hey, Carla, how are you feeling today?" "I'm doing well, Dan." "How are you enjoying this glorious weather?" Carla said. "I just enjoyed it. It's really nice out." Everyone seemed to be in a better mood than usual. It's usually just everyone gripping their Starbucks cup and going about their day. Even me. But I even woke up on the right side of the bed, Dan said. "I know I'm pretty upbeat myself," Carla said. "Let me go get my things. I'll be back down in a sec," Dan said. Dan scurried up the stairs, speaking to all of his coworkers. He gets to his office and grabs his phone charger, his favorite pen, and book by Confucius. He rushes down and says bye to Carla. He exits his building, walks to his car. A 2018 Mitsubishi Eclipse is pretty old, but he loves its style. Who doesn't love cheap and stylish? He speeds off on his way home. He always loved the big city. He didn't grow up in the Twin Cities of Minnesota. Dan grew up in Wisconsin, of course on a dairy farm. He never recalled his earlier days well. He had a case of amnesia and since then never liked to return to his hometown. He arrives at his luxury condo. It's a nice size for a family of 4. He walks into his house. The kitchen and den empty. He takes off his loafers. He goes up to the spiral staircase. He hears loud music and Call of Duty coming from one end of the hallway. He continues down the hallway and hears what sounds like a lecturer speaking on mathematical wormholes. He reaches his room and sees his wonderful wife, who he affectionately calls Cream. "Good evening, Cream," he says, overjoyed at the sight of her. "Hey, Dan, babes," Cream said affectionately. "How was school?" "I had a pleasant day, actually," Dan said. "Everything went well." Dan then proceeds to flop in his bed, a usual ritual of his, one of which always seems to disrupt his wife. Dan turns on the TV in a movie about a woman who is given the opportunity to become God. It isn't like Bruce Almighty, but actually God. Knows all and allows everything to be and writes everyone's story according to what she likes and also has to have balance. She is shown how to be God by God himself because even God wants to relax in heaven. She is given his offer, but refuses it to God's dismay. God says it is fine and sends her back to earth. What an interesting movie, Dan concludes. What if God was just a human granted godliness? Dan ponders. "You are too deep for your own good," Cream says. "Turn off the TV. I'm ready to cuddle," Cream says. An offer undeniable, unlike becoming God. Dan gets comfortable with his wife and they begin to slumber.